John Crate. We are back. And we are back in Rogue Trader. Now, I think I looked up what exactly we're looking for here. We're looking for some sort of awareness check. Here it is, to the cultist lair. Okay. So we're gonna see where that brings us. Some goods. Back up. Jesus, no. Gavella. Gavella again, or Argenta, that works too. She's got demolition. Okay. What did we just find? The Edge of Daybreak. Oh! Could you not? Yeah, definitely flames. Okay, yeah, John, get behind a box. Okay, Cassia's gonna go first, so she can hide there. Cabela. Well, if she's gonna go first, then she's gonna open her eye once, maybe even twice. So let's just kinda make sure that everyone's behind her. To start with. 'Cause, yeah. Big old damage there. And make sure that the rear is here for John. Okay, Argenta has the flamer up. I should have done that first. Oh well. There you go. Yes, burn. Pascal. Jeez, 220 hit points. Let's try to get rid of some of these other ones first. Yeah, you can put that on the horror. Oh, not quite dead. Okay. Okay, Cabela. Death. Smack. Okay, so let's go. Perfect spot. Let's go target you as prey. Let's go Call the Bold. Let's go with Surefire Plan. And Deadeye Shot. Almost gotcha. Charge in and kill it. There you go. Oh, it's split into little ones. Endure, quick. Now it's blue horrors. Okay, Cassia. Yeah, held in my gaze. Well, now you can do this on Cabela. And then you can, have someone else take a shot. How about John? Oh, so close to taking him down. Argenta, you can move here and take him down, I think. Oh, you couldn't hit him? Whatever. Okay, well, Pascal, kill. Oh, okay, he already died. My mistake. Blaspheming heretic. Oh, I couldn't kill him. He had to be the last one. I see. Blaspheming heretic, who are you praying to? I know those words. That call to a lore. Judge doesn't get to finish. The cultist haven't dropped to his knees, interrupts with her rasper. Of course you know them. I recognize you too, lackey of the corpse of the throne. Haven't you already experienced the power of the true God? Didn't you flee from us, shedding tears? She recoils as if from a blow, then steps forward. I am one of the Adeptus Sororitas, but I have never, not once in my life, fled from heretics and betrayers of mankind. You must be interrogated. What do you want to know, servants of the Corpse Emperor? The names of my brethren? How many of us there are? Where we are? I'll tell you myself. We are myriad, and we are everywhere. Soon, very soon, you will hear our voices. And when you hear them at your back, so close you can feel our breath, then you will know the power of the true God. The Undying Emperor is the one true God. You will soon learn this when you face his harsh judgment, as will all your accomplices. So how many of you vermin are there? First Reichad Minoris, now here. Let's see. You should encounter Should you encounter difficulties during the information extraction process, I would recommend precise targeting of ganglia. Pales under Pascal's calmly probing games. How do you know Argenta? Have you seen her on Footfall before? Not on Footfall. In another place. She flew right in like a bird into a snare. Solace Prime. What is he talking about? A planet. A place. It doesn't matter. I know these heretics. I fought them and was gravely wounded, but I swear I never turned from them and ran. If you truly have seen me on Solace Prime, someone among you must know a way to get there. Do you have your own ship? A navigator? Answer me. Ships and maps, roads and doors. We have them all, but our paths are not for you. The true God spins his web, and you are but a fly caught in it. Where is the spider? I need something more coherent. Robe Trader, we won't get anything from this madman. Not for my part in the story. I will tell it, but not here, not in his presence. So who is the true God, huh? You will know, in time. Okay, kill him. You can kill me, servants of the Corpse Emperor, but you can't stop the victory of the true God. The edge of daybreak is nigh, and the hour of his triumph approaches. That's it. You fulfilled Reverend Anonymous's request. That means I'm now free. I can continue my travels with you. Rogue Trader, before we leave this den, let's round up what remains of the blasphemers. I would like to cleanse this place with purifying flame, but perhaps we can find clues that might tell us where these heretics came from, or where there's more of their associates. We need to talk, but it can wait. Let's meet up on the ship, yeah. Let's see, heretical, huh? Once per turn when the wearer uses a psychic power, they either restore 2 AP or take 10 warp damage. Jesus. I don't think I'd ever use that, but hey. Goods. Pascal, open it. Another faux hammer. Nothing else to discover here? Okay. Come on, open up. So do we have to talk to, Doloroso or Vladium? Okay. Now it looks like we just go to the bridge. Which we can do. Wait, is it this one? There's got to be a way to change, his, I want to change, like, the, Servo Skull is very in character with our man, but I never use it. But I still bring him because he's got it. He's like skill-wise, he's so like skill-wise. Our boy is so useful. Okay, so we gotta talk to Argenta on the bridge. She was down here.
Greetings.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to tell me about your past.
Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, Rogue Trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the Sacred Warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Fine. No touching, though. Let's see. Her eyes are locked on the signature of the warrant. If thou seest a flaw in me, smite me. If thou knowest a fall of mine, burn me with flames of fury and righteousness. But if thou seest a light in me, grace me. If thou hearest this plea of mine, bless me with wrath of fury and of righteousness. For I breathe by the will of thine, for I live by the law of thine. I carry thy word, O Emperor. I bring solace to servants of thine. And ruin of forces to thine, a fate of terror and righteousness. Rogue Trader, we need to talk, or rather, I need to tell you something. The truth about how I ended up on Theodore von Valence's ship and about the cultists we encountered on Footfall. Okay? Please understand, I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell you my story, and you'll see why. I'll start at the beginning. It's easier to piece everything together that way. Upon arriving in the Expanse and on Footfall, I found no purpose here, only torment. I wasn't needed. The reliquary I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by Reverend Hieronymus' mission, and no one was even trying to defile it. For all its lawlessness, Footfall respects the worship of the Emperor. That's when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of divine will, in a way. It was from her that I learned about a planet recently discovered by her scouts, Salus Prime. Excuse me. For a rogue trader, the planet was of little interest. A feral world away from convenient warp routes, but for me, learning about its existence was a revelation. Does it belong to the dynasty? Yes, now the planet is yours by right, but it's not as simple as that. The warp route leading to it was lost. I'll explain in due time, okay? The description of Salus Prime was familiar to me. It seemed very similar to a world from an ancient legend. The legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Argenta, the living saint. She is my patroness, the order named me after her. She died millennia ago, where heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the One Star. For the fallen ship, which now served as the resting place for the saint's remains, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The world where Saint Argenta's ship fell was merely a vague legend. No one knew its actual whereabouts. And suddenly, I, myself named after the saint, come across this information. I realized at that moment that it was important, that I must journey to this planet and find the ship. And so I asked Reverend Hieronymus to let me go for a time on a personal pilgrimage. I boarded Theodora's ship and demanded passage to the newly discovered planet Salus Prime. Let's see. Why did you keep your supposition from Reverend Hieronymus? Surely he could have helped you with the search. I couldn't just come out and tell him. It was important revealed to me personally, can't you see? I told Reverend Hieronymus the honest truth, that I was going on a personal pilgrimage to embolden my spirit. It really was a pilgrimage. It was as if Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial. If I had found the ship and set foot on its decks, I would have laid my hand on her remains and the relic. It would have been a sign that I truly had been blessed with the saint's favor. Let's see. Sure, I'll just say it's you either succeed at it or you don't. I thought I had been called that finding the ship was my destiny, my place in the world. Perhaps there is something to that. I imagine Theodora was thrilled with the prospect. Lady Theodora lent her assistance. It was her intention to visit the newly discovered world, and she took me with her. So what is the One Star? I forgot to explain. The One Star is a relic kept by Saint Argenta. I belong to the Order Pronatus, and we attach particular significance to holy relics. The One Star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious that no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography at times calls it a banner, or a set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. One thing is certain, it was a beacon of righteousness, and it was lost with her death. What happened next? Defeat. The ship's augurs failed to detect anything of note during orbital scanning. I was expecting this, though. According to the legend, the ship can conceal itself from the naked eye, and only a pilgrim guided by pure heart can find it. Oh, excuse me. What I didn't expect was an ambush waiting for us on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided by Theodora. I know Saint Argenta's hagiography by heart. I know all the legends about her. I followed their obscure clues, the descriptions of mountains and rivers from millennial tales, and I was certain that I had found my way to the ship. And that's when we were attacked. The words we heard in the heretic's shrine on Footfall, something about ways, doors, please, addressed to some lord, the edge of daybreak. They were the same words as those spoken by the cultists who attacked us on Solace Prime. My whole unit perished. All those honest, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only by a miracle that I didn't perish among them. I didn't connect these events at first. The cultists on Footfall, the cultists on Solace Prime, the cultists attacking the ship, and Coonrad's betrayal. What if these are all links in the same chain? What if they've logs that's infiltrated their ranks of the Von Valencia servants? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet in my search? Let's see. No need to blame yourself. They would have found if they've infiltrated us, they would have found it anyway. I doubt it. No one except me was particularly interested in the planet. Coonrad, on the other hand, he sympathized with me when I first came aboard. He helped arrange an audience with Theodora and supported me in my effort to visit the planet. I never told him plainly why I wanted to go there, but I imagine that Vulture must have figured out that it was something important, something related to the holy faith of the Imperium. And what could delight a heretic more than defiling a relic? Sadly, Coonrad escaped. Oh yes, and I sincerely hope that we'll meet him again. The Serpent needs to answer a few questions for his plunge into cleansing flame. So how did you manage to escape? Theodora's people received the distress call, came to my rescue, and brought me aboard the ship. I barely remember what happened. When they arrived, I was already severely wounded, fighting back with whatever remained of my strength. I think I shouted that they had to go after them, but they didn't listen. They took me to the shuttle and pulled out. After that, it's all blackness. When I came to, we were already in the middle of a warp jump. Theodora had urgent matters to take care of, and she decided that she could clear out the planet at a later time. That's why you didn't trust me before? Yes, Rogue Trader. I saw with my own eyes how a member of your family showed his true colors as a servant of the archenemy. I had already suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of cultists and was afraid of another betrayal. I couldn't be forthright with you, and so I studied you, looking for seeds of corruption, or the light of righteousness. And what did you find? A man who stood shoulder to shoulder with me and helped eradicate the cultists at Footfall. Although my opinion of you started to change even before then. Back when you agreed to talk to the orphans at my request. A leader who's willing to honor those who laid down their lives for them and take care of their children is a leader who inspires trust. and the way you acted in that moment. Do you remember? There was a young man whose grief and confusion had driven him to insolence. You didn't turn a blind eye to his misdeed, but you chose the right words to show him the path to redemption. It was harsh but necessary, like the Emperor's truth, like bitter medicine that helps the sick. I learned much about you in that moment, Rogue Trader, and I want to believe that I wasn't mistaken in my judgment. So, just to clarify, you were wounded, so you never found the ship. Is that right? Yes. I rushed to Theodora the moment I could walk again, and I insisted on going back to Silas Prime to defend the relic from the heretics. But I was told that the warp had destroyed the old route to the planet, and that plotting a new one would take a great deal of time and effort. As if there could be anything more important than protecting the faith and hunting down servants of the archenemy. In any event, the route was lost, and all knowledge of it died in the attack on the ship along with the old navigator. Now we have a new lead. The data we collected in the cultist shrine on Footfall. I don't care what the reprobate we executed said, there must be a way to track them down. Tell me, Rogue Trader, will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find this great relic and return it to the people of the Imperium? Yeah. If the final dawn is involved, then the cult must be reduced to ashes. So, I will. So be it, Rogue Trader. As I stand here before the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will, marked by his own hand, I vow that I will not relent until the holy relic has been returned and the heretics punished. May the light be with us both on this path. Load up. Okay, let's get the settings. I feel like the music is still really, really loud. Okay, to the map. So I think we're done in this system. So we've been there, and we've been there. Lord Captain, I hasten to report the disturbing news brought to me by the machine spirits of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. You see, since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you'll allow, I have prepared a detailed report. Deliver your report. The first incident occurred immediately after our departure from Urek 5. The Lady Navigator chastised one of her ship's runners, after which he went to his living quarters, killed his family, and then shot himself. 1 second, I gotta sneeze. The second incident was noted while traveling the warp. The Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions, and the void ship was thrown off course for a matter of minutes, but this was enough for the forces of the Immaterium to anger the machine spirits enough for them to start a fire in the service bay. After that, officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to express extreme emotions. Hysteria, apathy, euphoria, rage. This is quite detrimental to crew morale and performance. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I failed to discover their purpose and subsequent fate. I was also told about a conflict between Lady Navigator and the Seneschal. Alas, no details. If you like, you can ask Mr. Wersarian directly. Things are even worse with Jay Hadari. I intercepted a Voxcast in which she promised she would, and I quote, end that that Casca, if she ever saw her again. If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She is self-contained and does not mesh with the crew at all, which is why everyone avoids her. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that only you were in a position to talk to her on equal footing and improve the situation, for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. Okay. Another watch aboard the void ship has come to an end. The Lord Captain, having given his final orders of the day, retired to his chambers for some divine rest. However, the rogue trader's slumber was disturbed by horrific nightmares plaguing his mind. Fate wrenched the Lord Captain out of the clutches of those agonizing warp dreams, only for him to witness the nightmares seeping through the flimsy membrane of the Geller field and taking physical shape in the ship's sanctum sanctorum to battle. And we took 4 damage. And it's just me, huh? I don't think I like this. There's quite a lot of them out there.
Vile delights beckon you!
Definitely... Maybe move even further back. Yes. And then, perfect spot. Pray. No, we don't need to do pray on that one. Is that the only shot we have? I think it is. Okay, well then, yeah.
Emperor, protect me. Embrace excess. Spurn monotony.
Emperor, protect me.
For now. Accept it.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna get overrun quick.
I can't stand it.
Look out.
Oh, here.
Embrace excess.
Is that our...
Monotony.
Oh, is that our seneschal? It is. Way to go, buddy. We needed you. Yeah, sworn enemy. Reckless strike. And fucking... and endure. Thing you're here, Abelard. Okay. Oh, we didn't get the other one, huh? Oh well. There you go. Might as well put this on you, I guess.
Quick, quick!
Emperor, protect me.
No, 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 no.
Sweet depravity. For now.
I can't stand it! I'll do what it takes.
Don't touch me.
Okay, well, it's something here. Why would you run right into combat, though? There you go. Get rid of that one. Then charge. Okay. Yep, do that. There we go. That worked out pretty well, I would say. You're just gonna burn. Now, there's our other shot. John, I need you to get the fuck out of the way, please. Oh, fuck. Okay, call the bold. Do this. Oh, damn it, so close.
I can handle this. Minds exist only to be broken.
This way! I can't stand it. Emperor, protect me.
Okay, here comes Cabela, huh? Not quite gonna make it. Oh. That. No, not what I wanted. There. John. Yeah, we've got to do it this way. Said hopefully he dodged. Said he could not. Hopefully dodge. He didn't.
Sensation.
I'll do what it takes.
Here comes frickin' everybody else. I can at least do that. Oh, you're late. Okay. Christ. At least we're on board the ship, so that the wounds shouldn't matter too much. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, these guys were here. Okay. So we got through it. You're in the Trinitas system. Chart new routes. We're going to reduce the difficulty of that route by a little bit. At least make it unsafe. We'll visit the Trinitas system. Okay, so we got a few places to go. Scan. Plasteel. We do need more plasteel. Seven is pretty good. We only have one extractium left, though. Nothing there. I have to go to the bathroom real quick before we start a fight. I'll be right back. Okay, let's start a fight. Probably. A ship battle. Yeah. Okay, anomalous zones. We're under fire right off the bat here. So. Ugh. Stop that. Oh, they're right on our ass. That's all we got. Oh, yeah, but we didn't move far enough. Okay, fine. Get all up in his face. Let's see what you have to say about that. Can't quite get him. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to reach him. Oh. Not quite. Okay, that's it. This thing has got a sharp turning radius. I think it's going to be able to dogfight us a little more effectively than we can go after it. I think we might be able to get him with something here. Yes, here we go. Something. Take that. Oh, we got you with this one. And we got some new stuff here. Sure, let's get that one. Oh, we can get two of them, actually. Let's see. Yep. Short range. Right now we're gonna keep the long range ones. upgrade the hull. Upgrade it again. Nothing there. Okay. More ships. Ah, Eldari. At least there's only 2 of them. Torpedoes. Yeah, I know torpedoes. Turn. Ugh, damage. Oh, come on now. Hit. We're at frickin' point blank range. That's just annoying as hell. Come on. Oh my god. Thank you. Jesus. Gotta wait for these torpedoes. Basically, we've just gotta outrun them. Oh, okay, there we go. We need to repair the ship. Hull repair. What's this? Monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Lord Captain, we've received a transmission from Foulstone. It's sent by members of the Order of the Hammer, votaries of St. Cognatius, whose monastery is the only settlement on the planet. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Naviaka, unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to rogue trader Winterscale. The Order of the Hammer has judged this invasion to be an act of aggression and is asking for your lordship's protection. Let's see. Let's see. Taking the monastery under my protection. Okay. 611 days after the feast of the passing of Nicomedes, Keith, the champion of faith, disquietude marred the calm of the monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Countless tortured souls, steeped in fear, arrived on Foulstone in a Starbuck. A great apostasy had befallen their home and turned them into abject wanderers seeking help and refuge. The wicked and cruel captain, the owner of the Navica, had betrayed them. Once the unknowing souls in his care had made landfall on the world's surface, he most deviously recalled his shuttles and left, thus ridding himself of his duty of care to the unfortunate lot. Not knowing how they would survive in Foulstone's grim wastelands, the Forsaken people came to the monastery of St. Cognatius, and there they surrounded its walls. They hammered their fists on its gate and implored and wailed, "Take us in, protect us." And what once was a place of serenity and grace was now full of din, disorder, and all manner of things. The interlopers brought with them worldly futility and strife, and mayhap also the seeds of alluring blasphemies if fiendly heathens lurked in their midst. After a prayer, the prelate Hectarchius turned his eye to the past in search of instruction. Prelate Hectarchius recalled the first missionaries to set foot on Foulstone's vast wasteland, led by the zeal for serving St. Cognatius. And those missionaries had received the blessing of Nicomedes Keith, the champion of faith, who had traveled with them in their Starbecue and found in this place a humble and pure abode, wherein to cultivate wisdom and piety. And St. Cognatius, a man of great endeavors, a warrior and a wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of a librarium, but stepped bravely into the darkness, carrying light in the palm of his hand, and he commanded others to do the same. And not only Foulstone, but many other worlds of the Cronus Expanse bear its imprint. Prelate Hectarchius did welcome the interlopers warmly as his guests, but he did warn his brethren to keep their vigilance. The brethren and the sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, carrying water and protein victuals, and medicinal herbs and jugs of promethium. But the crowd came to blows over viands, and blood was spilt, and many were trampled or mauled in the stampede, some of them dwellers of the monastery. Then the warriors of the Order of the Hammer donned their flak cowls, inscribed words of praise to the God Emperor on their tactical visors, and went forth, ready to render services in battle. With lasguns and bolters they pierced the interlopers. With their chainswords and power flails they struck them, and a great and bloody harvest was reaped that day. But the interlopers too, scant though their armament was, and scanter their skill in battle, slew many among the monastery's dwellers, for great were their numbers and greater their desperation. The monks fled beyond their walls and rang the vox alarum, shut the gate, and commanded the armed guards to keep watch over the gate, slaying any who approached. A quarrel broke out. The hungry and the sick lay siege to the monastery, begging for help. In their spite, they blocked the water collector and unpowered the generatorium. The faithful, in the meantime, made ready to resist, and a miracle came to pass. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confidant, his right hand, the rogue traitor of the blessed House von Valancius. May the light of his grace remain upon it forever. The rogue traitor... Let's see. I'm not doing a heretical one. Sure. Extended a veil of protection over the interlopers, taking them to his care and thereby all of Foulstone with them. Establish a new colony. Humbly the Order of the Hammer heeded the God Emperor's confidant, and unsealed the airlocks and opened the gate of its abode, and brought forth gifts of virtue to relieve the suffering of the ill-stricken. After a prayer, the architects set to work in accordance with the saint's teachings and the parameters set forth in the standard template construct. They erected spacious living quarters and sturdy fort walls for the planetary militia, and a spacious auditorium wherein to trade and store goods, and a proud censorum within whose walls clerks and servo bondsmen could maintain order and keep statistical records. And a new yet righteous way of life came to Foulstone. The people rejoiced, and all was good. Only certain worlds, usually the most habitable, are suitable for establishing thriving colonies. Completing projects can earn the rogue trader unique rewards. Completing colonies. Okay. Okay, so you pick one of these. So you would get a big old flamer. The armor penetration of this flamer is increased by 4%, but it does not inflict the burning effect. We'd also get 20 holy gifts, 2 profit factor. The Drusians would like us, and we get efficiency. This one we get Void Chip gets in it. We would also get 20 holy gifts, profit factor 2, and security. Do this one. That one's going on. I'm gonna save here real quick, just in case something stupid happens. But we got our first colony world, Foulstone. So we've been here. I believe we've been to those ones. We've been here. Our head chirurgeon is sabotaging the ship's operations. He has quarantined several Voidsman crews on account of piddling sickness. People don't even go to the med bay when they come down with it. They just wipe their noses and keep working. Only a dozen or so die from it in a whole year. We're sitting on our hands here, so I ask you to talk some sense into him. Greetings, your lordship. My name is Leonard Forius, and I am the Chirurgeon Majoris of this vessel. As your chief Medicae specialist, I assure you that the quarantine is well warranted. This piddling sickness has claimed the lives of a number of meritorious officers in the past. This time, I intend to get the epidemic under control, study the disease thoroughly, and develop a proper cure. I will hope you will agree that a single period of downtime is a small price to pay for the number of lives that will be saved and the increase in the crew's performance during other such outbreaks in the future. Not to mention the fact that we won't have to waste stimulants due to the afflicted using them as a crutch to offset their limited work capacity. How do you intend to do this? By gathering enough infected individuals together, letting the illness progress, comprehending its properties, and finally killing it. The disease goes through several stages, with each containing clues to its nature and vulnerabilities. The Voidsman will have to stay sick for some time until I discover the cure, assuming, of course, that the disease is reversible in its final stages. Yeah. Defeating the disease is a noble goal, but I cannot approve of your methods. Find volunteers among the crew who will agree to being infected in exchange for compensation. This may limit the potential of the study, but this approach is also acceptable. I will make up for the lack of material with my expertise. Thank you for taking the crew's health into consideration. Should you require my services, you may find me on the bridge. Lord Captain, to bring dire news. What now? A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the Void Shield Arrays. Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the Void Ship. That is you. For so far, no one believes that they're mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of their compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. Yeah. Find the source of the rumors and punish those responsible. I don't want unnecessary deaths. Lord Captain Seneschal Wassarian would say there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire Void ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped and the people returned to their direct duties or replaced. Ugh. I told you what to do here. Space dust. What do we have down here? Magnetic storm. Magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of auger rays. Only truly powerful diviner machines can see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations. Okay, we don't have anything that can actually see through this, so we'll have to come back. Dang. Okay, what is this then? The ruins of an ancient imperial city were discovered on a dead world completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to the reports, the entire settlement is contained in a titanic glass dome that once held an artificial atmosphere. Your augurs detected the framework of 3 other similar structures that were never completed. For whatever reason, the dome systems failed, and left behind is this city, a ghost that never managed to become a proper colony of the Imperium. Let's see. Send out a crew to explore the city's temple district. The temple district is situated at the heart of the city. The God Emperor statue, intricately carved with precious crystal is suspended beneath the dome, supported by chains of gold, and can be seen from anywhere in the colony. Inspired by the majestic sight, the expedition members set off to explore the area with renewed vigor. Soon enough, they stumbled upon an ancient weapon lying in the pedestal, wreathed in sunlight. The expedition brought it back to the ship, told many tales about how the Emperor himself, who had been watching them from above, had directed their attention to the sacred relic. Blessed bolster casing, huh? Nice. Gather as many supplies as possible. Your people flooded the city like a tidal wave, filled building after building, bunkhouse after bunkhouse, and receded from its quiet streets just as quickly. There were plenty of useful things among their findings, including foodstuffs and weapons. Drain the remaining fuel. Take several trips to deliver the massive Promethium storage tanks to your vessel. The crew grimly points out the colony is running out of fuel. Had the life support systems not failed prematurely, the locals would still have perished due to lack of energy. Explore the local palace. A lavishly decorated estate that the local ruler towers over rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the cleverly hidden tripwires in the courtyard, but after losing their companions, the team easily disarmed the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value has been promptly delivered to the rogue trader's vessel. Lord Captain was even given an exquisite sword found in a secret cache that belonged to the mission's owner. Ghost sword. Oh, it's an Eldari weapon. It's a power sword, though. Leave the dead city. So it was a very profitable expedition. Scan. 2 plasteel, that's not worth it. Save. I might have to call it there, unfortunately. Only a little over an hour. Hour and 15 minutes. I'm already getting tired. I did not sleep well last night. Oh well, at least we started going places. Well, here's let's I was gonna see if I could sell stuff, but we can try to sell stuff next time around. Okay, so we've still got obviously a shitload of places to look. We didn't even do that yet. So yeah, we got plenty of places to go. So next time on Rogue Trader, look at all the places we can try to go. Yeah. So yeah, we will go somewhere else. Probably head this way. Which to get there, so we just got to go back here. And then over to here. Yeah. Christ, look at all the places. Whatever. We'll make it. So, as usual, this is John Crate signing out.